Here on Bugglebots, we've got all kinds of robots. We've got deadly spinners, lightning-fast axes, powerful wedges, and... some of them do that. Let's get on with the show. Welcome to Bugglebots.
My name is Greg Catalina. I'm from Rotterdam, the Netherlands, and the robot is WeeWoo, which is a clusterbot. And basically our weapon is speed and power and good looks and shouting. As long as we put on a good show, then everything's fine.
I'm Sophie, I'm from Chesterfield. My robot is Dr. Thwackenstein and it's a Thwackbot. It's basically a big hammer, but mine's got a hard ox blade, which is very rare for beetle weights. And it's going to get into the top of the robots and hopefully punch holes in their batteries.
I'm here with Dr. Thwackenstein and WeeWoo. First to Dr. Thwackenstein, which is my favourite robot name of the competition. Sophie, what inspired this robot?
Well, when I got into Robot Wars, I realised that my favourite robot was Gabriel, like the really big Thwackbot, and I wanted to make one to sort of pay homage to it, but have my own design on it.
What part of it is unique to your design?
The big hard ox axe head, and to go with the name Thwackenstein, big two bolts on the side of it.
What's going to be your strategy for going up against a clusterbot like WeeWoo?
Hope I hit something.
Well, good luck, Sophie. Over to WeeWoo, which has been built both in the Netherlands by Greg and in the UK by Cosmin. Tell me a bit about WeeWoo.
Well, it's a clusterbot. The internal parts are the same, but we both went our different ways with the rest. So even though they are looking different, they are also very similar. So, and we hope they use our speed to our advantage. And hopefully we can control them a little bit, because they are quite wayward and fast.
So what makes We different to Woo?
As Greg was saying, the internals are identical. However, the chassis are quite different. Mine is pretty much completely CNC machined, while Woo is completely built by hand. So you can see some of the differences in the design.
You had a nice description for what the weapon of this bot was. Tell me again what that was.
Yeah, good looks and shouting, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, if the good looks don't work, then the shouting hopefully does.
Well, good luck to both teams. The robots are ready. Let's get them to the arena.
Roboteers, get ready. 3, 2, 1, begin.
So I think the most important question here is which one of these two cluster bots is going to take on Dr. Thwackenstein first?
Well, if you look at the power of the two of them, they're shoving around Dr. Thwackenstein like it's not even there.
Which is doubly more impressive considering it's such an awkward design to attack Dr. Thwackenstein.
Well, the only points they can hit her is either in the wheels, like I believe that was We just did, or it was either into the axe blade itself. Now, Dr. Thwackenstein seems to be having difficulty driving on one wheel.
Pit enabled.
WeeWoo, someone call an ambulance for Dr. Thwackenstein. They're definitely not showing a controlled degree of movement. They're not being allowed to. The clusterbots teaming up there very effectively.
Clusterbots, they're working as a team, as we just said, using basically their pushing power to their advantage. They don't have offensive weaponry per se. They're basically the same, but they're at a disadvantage because they weigh half the weight of Dr. Thwackenstein.
Oh, down goes the pit.
This could be interesting. Can WeeWoo navigate Dr. Thwackenstein towards the pit, or is Dr. Thwackenstein dead?
Dr. Thwackenstein, no signs of life there.
Someone needs to get some lightning and resurrect the monster.
The countdown has begun. Seconds ticking away to an impressive victory for WeeWoo.
Having its own
fighting each other.
Fight in the corner there. I like to see that the teams are wearing appropriate health and safety gear during this.
I say we, you say who? We.
Well, commiserations, Dr. Thwackenstein. I mean, how do you fight against robots like that? They're just like you. I wouldn't want to be in your shoes trying to chase them around the arena.
Nah, especially when I lost drive and I couldn't turn very well. It's just, it needs work.
It'll be fine. So you are back for the losers melee. So you have another chance. Do you think you can get your drive working in time for that? Do you reckon?
Yeah, I've got a shot. I think I can do it.
Oh, excellent. Right, so we shall see you then. Give it up for Dr. Thwackenstein! Right, guys, is your strategy just to run around like headless chickens so that the opposing robot gets confused and just takes themselves out?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So this is
Exactly that.
this is the first time we had a chance to drive in the arena, and at least on my bot on Wii, it has a lot more downforce than I was expecting. So it's faster than I was expecting.
And did I see you two fighting against each other at the end?
Well, just for a bit of fun, since we're in the arena, we might as well continue fighting.
As long as you don't do that when there's still an opponent to fight, I think you'd be all right. You're very, very quick though. Do you think you've got a chance getting pretty far?
Let's see. This is a good start.
Yeah, it is a very good start. Can we give it up for WeeWoo?
We sold me some new speedos.
Hiya, how are you?
Just gonna put them together and test it. Hopefully it doesn't blow them up because they're not long.
Somebody's been losing bolts in the arena, and I've been picking them up. I've been cleaning the arena here. Look.
I'm Sam Price from Shrewsbury. Name of my robot is Maximum Ogredrive, and it's an overhead sawbot. Strategy is to box rush people, so get them before they get up to speed, pin them into the wall, and then bring the saw down and cut through their electronics, lipos, anything like that.
My name's Felix, I'm from Devon, and my robot is Rev. It's a nice undercutter. I'm going to go for wheels. I'm going to try and go underneath people's machines, take the wheels out, take the hubs out, take screws that are sticking out of the bottom, and generally just try and cause some mayhem, if it works.
I'm here with Rev 2 and Maximum Ogredrive. First, over to Rev 2. Tell me about this weapon. It's an undercutter spinner.
Yep, disc undercutter, 2 teeth. Hopefully going to take his wheels out, if it works properly.
What's your strategy against Maximum Overdrive?
Get up to speed as fast as possible before he box rushes me, and then hopefully do something to affect his drive, and then see what happens after that.
How powerful is the spinner?
When it's up to speed, it's pretty good on power, but when it's on the spin-up process, it lacks a bit of lacks the torque.
Well, good luck, Felix. And over to Sam with Maximum Ogredrive, which is one of the first overhead saw beetles in the UK. What inspired you to build this?
There's a robot called Sawblaze on BattleBots, so there's that. But in beetleweight, it seems to be a lack of anything overhead, so everyone has really thin lids, so there's a loophole there, so have a good overhead weapon.
So you thought you'd exploit that loophole. So how is this made? How does this saw work?
Cool, so it's all HDPE, there's a hard ox wedge at the front. The saw is on a servo arm, so that moves up and down, and then the saw's on a big brushless motor on a big reduction, so lots of torque.
When we asked people who their rivals were, you had the most people name you as their rival. How do you feel about that?
I seem to have become the bad guy recently, haven't I? It seems to be in featherweights as well. We had, obviously I've got Get Straight with feathers, and there's been a couple of rivalries there, so I think everyone's just out to get me. I've beat a few people this year, upset a few people, so...
What do you think your chances of winning Bugglebots are?
It's as good as anyone, really. It's a good robot. If it works, it'll be good, but again, on draws. So.
Good luck to both teams. The robots are ready. Let's get them to the arena.
Roboteers, get ready. 3, 2, 1, begin.
I'm a big fan of designs of machines like Maximum Ogredrive because they've got great style and control, and you're seeing that immediately.
A Maximum Ogredrive there. Well, what you'll see is that saw arm at the moment will come down and it'll start slicing. Oh!
Rev
Straight
2
through the back of Rev 2.
Having serious problems now. Maximum Ogredrive have got them in their clutches. They're not letting go, and that saw's coming down and causing serious damage and problems to that machine.
I think he's coming down. He's coming straight down. Now that's going to cut right into the electronics of that robot.
You're seeing the little wedge that's there on either side. Just pin it perfectly into the sidewall. Down goes the pit.
He's got a limited time he can hold on to them at the corner to do that.
But sending sparks flying in the crowd and loving it. We're loving it too here in the commentary box.
This is fantastic work from Ogredrive. Getting in there, powerful drivetrain and just slamming straight into the back and slicing straight through the back of Rev 2.
That is a great display of tactics there, using the effective design of the robot perfectly. It's got Rev 2 in its clutches. It's not giving it a chance to get out and get that undercutter disc into play.
That disc could cut right down, right through the drive motors if you brought it down far enough.
We're going to need to see movement soon.
They're reminding Rev 2 that they need to be able to display that they can control.
That's right, activate has been called, lads. Come on, you've got to get out there.
Ogredrive, catching on the floor. That wedge is so low to the ground. Rev 2 trying to spin up, but Ogredrive just not giving him a chance.
The crowd grow restless as Maximum Ogredrive continues to control this fight.
And wheels come off of Rev 2. That's going to make it seriously hampered for maneuverability. Finally got the weapon up to speed, but it doesn't make much of a difference now if you can't move it into position.
It is in a dire situation now. It has got one wheel up. There goes the other
one. No wheels on my wagon and you ain't going nowhere, sunshine.
Maximum Ogredrive spinning in celebration as the countdown comes to a close.
That is a win for Maximum Ogredrive.
Very stylishly done.
So I remember watching a documentary where I saw some killer whales toying with a seal before they ate it. You were the seal in this instance, weren't you?
That's more like a penguin, really.
I mean, once they got hold of you, he was just toying with you, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's pretty relentless. Not much you can do when he's got you in his grasp.
What? Your spinner seemed to work towards the end. Do we know what was maybe going on at the start?
Oh, he's just holding me down, you know.
It's all right. If you can get the wheels attached again, we'll see you in the losers melee. Give it up for Rev 2. That was very impressive. That you controlled that whole fight, really, didn't you?
Yeah, it's kind of the whole point. I didn't want to let him spin up sort of too fast. He might have my wheels, so I did just keep him pinned and keep using the sword, try and be aggressive. I was going for his wheels. I don't think I got them.
You got both of them in the end.
Yeah, they came off though.
I thought that was I thought that's the idea of going for the wheels.
I didn't cut them off. No, yeah, it was working nice. Drives well. Seems good.
Do you think you can go all the way?
If it works like that and I get a good draw, yeah, possibly, yeah.
Well, no. You should be. If you want to win, you've got to beat the best. So we'll have none of that, right? So it's good draw or not. Do you think you can go all the way?
Yes, possibly.
Oh well. Let's find out. Give it up for Maximum Ogredrive!
The wheels are held on with grub screws. They've just come loose, which was a failure point. Just need to overcome. I need to tighten the belt. It was spinning as fast as I wanted, and get rid of all the sharp edges. Yeah, it should be right.
I'm Nick from Essex, and the name of the bot is Snippers Mcgee, and it's an electric crusher. So we're hoping to crush through the top armour and burst some lipos.
My name's Tom Lloyd, I'm from Hayes, and my robot is Flick, and it is a drum spinner. So my robot is a drum spinner, so it's going to spin really quick, and hopefully it's going to catch little edges on robots and smash them all to pieces.
I'm here with Flick and Snippers Mcgee. First, Tom, show us Flick. Tell us about Flick.
So this is my new drum spinner. It is SLS printed nylon, so it's kind of a weird material. I just kind of wanted to see how it would do. And hopefully it's going to smash your robot to pieces.
So what's your strategy with Snippers?
I'm just going to spin it up and kind of run into them and see what breaks first, really.
So you've only built heavyweights before. This is your first time in Beetles. How does it feel to be here at a Beetle competition?
It's very hectic, and the robots are very small. They're very fiddly, and you have to be really patient and precise, and I'm neither of them things. So hopefully this goes well.
Well, good luck. Snippers Mcgee, explain the name, or does it need much explanation?
Doesn't need any explanation.
So I'm also told there's an incident with some fire. Would you like to tell me about the fire?
Yes, one of my other robots, which was an antweight, caused a fire in the previous competition. It cut through a battery.
What's your strategy against Flick?
I think I'm going to ram in, be very aggressive, and try and crunch his wheels. Maybe see if I can get through his top plate.
Well, good luck. The robots are ready. Let's get them to the arena.
Roboteers, get ready. 3, 2, 1, begin.
I'm guessing the idea here is for Snippers Mcgee to get in on Flick and try and stop that drum spinner from moving, but Flick not giving them the chance to, as Snippers Mcgee waggles itself around the arena there.
Flick is very close to the arena floor, but he has to have clearance for his weapon to actually spin, or he'll just bounce around the arena and damage himself. Snippers Mcgee can get under that bar.
Some serious damage on the side of Snippers Mcgee.
But he's got the grip though. Oh,
enabled.
But he's having to wind it back up again.
The wheels becoming exposed on Snippers Mcgee. That's not a good sign.
Snippers Mcgee getting left, right, and centre across the arena.
Snippers Mcgee
shedding like a dog in the winter here.
By someone who lost their mind several years ago and decided to start building robots, and here we are.
Just crashing into it with the drum there from Flick. Hopefully taking more chunks off. You'll notice that the red wheels are exposed. They're going to be the prime target for Flick now.
What on earth is that waggling at the top of Snippers Mcgee, honestly?
I think it's either a self-writer or a bit of optimism in what he can do to defend himself.
Looks like a drinking straw.
Actually, if you look at the Snippers Mcgee, it's actually the mechanism for driving the claw. That's a screw thread. And the idea being that as he turns that, it's bringing the claw up or down.
It's very clever, and you have to appreciate the ingenuity that's going into this series.
You have to appreciate ingenuity. However, it's always nice to team ingenuity with a bit of working robot.
That's true. And Snippers Mcgee, it looks silent now almost. Well, slowly coming back to life. The drum spinner of Flick definitely has caused some major damage. It's chewing away at the side armor.
The weapon on Flick is definitely doing a lot of damage. Oh, big chunks getting ripped off the armor. But the thing is, armor's disposable. It can do that. You can still keep going. The main drive of Snippers Mcgee is still going. It's very impressive.
But for how long? And how long can that spinning drum of Flick last?
The pit is open, so either of these robots could be looking for it, but Flick is just currently pounding and pounding and pounding away with his drum.
Oh, beautiful! Both of them into the pit. What a great little flick by Flick. But both ending up in oblivion.
It's only a little spinner, but it seemed to hit pretty hard. You stood up well against it.
I think it did quite a lot of damage against the side plates, but the rest of the robot is fine.
Yeah, so I mean, someone's going to need to get a dustpan and brush in there because there are bits of plastic all over the whole thing.
I think I'll need those back to duct tape them back on.
So there we go. We're going into the next round, held together by duct tape. May I ask, what's that thing on the top of your robot? What's that supposed to do?
Self-righting.
Oh, okay. See, that's a sensible thing. There am I thinking it's something silly, but no, that's just the hats. Flick, how do we make that?
I think that went pretty well. I'm pretty happy with that.
Your spinner seems to be like it's only little, but it's powerful, isn't it?
It's not that little. It's all right.
I mean, we're comparing it to the ones that are bigger than it, obviously.
Well, yeah. Compared to a bigger one, it's little.
It sounds a bit like my Hoover when it's going on. Snippers Mcgee went in the pit first, so the winner is Flick. So we'll see you in the semi-finals, and we will see you in the losers melee. Right, give it up for both teams!
Just like that.
So you guys lost, I assume?
Yeah. Very close though.
It was close.
Did we do any damage to you? I doubt it. Just scratches.
I'll have to take it apart to be honest. Any damage would be internal, but not yet.
No, it didn't look like.
It's okay. You did kind of scratch my thing where you grabbed me.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I think I got some paint off your wheels as well. So.
We're here for the redemption battle with Dr. Thwackenstein, Snippers Mcgee, and Rev 2. Sophie, that battle didn't go as well as you hoped it might, did it?
No, not really. Both the speed controllers and one of the motors died.
Oh no, and WeeWoo was very fast. It was quite hard to keep up with them, wasn't it?
Yeah, if I probably would have got a few hits in if the speed controls worked, but I probably wouldn't have been able to keep up with them. So it would have been just a case of when they come to me, hit them.
Are they working now?
Should be.
Fingers crossed. Yeah. Good luck. Snippers, your fight was brilliant. I think you only really took cosmetic damage, didn't you?
Yes, I've managed to repair all that now. So it's been melted back together. So good as new for this scary spinner over here.
Good luck. And Felix, Rev 2, that didn't go so well for you, did it?
No, it got chewed up pretty well by Maximum Overdrive.
How are your wheels?
Back on, and they got wheel guards this time, so hopefully they won't fall off.
Is the spinner working?
Yes, I've tensioned the belt so it should get up a bit faster, but I just got to avoid them for a little bit.
Well, good luck, everyone. The robots are ready. Let's get them into the arena.
Roboteers, get ready. Three, 2, 1, begin.
Great range of robots in this fight. The Undercutter, the Thwackbot, and the Crusher.
You notice it on...
Oh, the wheels come off. Dr. Thwackenstein's challenge.
9, 8,
That's such a shame.
7,
there comes
6,
the countdown for them.
5, 4,
Meanwhile, Rev
3,
2 causing some problems there.
Oh, so is she back in? She has moved out of her range, so Dr. Thwackenstein is technically back in, I believe.
Need to release.
Snippers Mcgee, meanwhile.
Snippers Mcgee is trying to get Rev 2 pinned into the corner to stop the disc going.
Putting the pressure on. Down goes the pit.
You notice on the front of the nose of Snippers Mcgee is a little extension he's got in to try and lift up the front of the Rev 2 because Rev 2 won't run on its back.
It's a very clever idea. It's not paid off for them so far.
Ooh, big hit from Rev 2, firing parts about.
Debris flying across the arena floor. Rev 2 definitely has been given a chance to show off the power of its undercutting blade.
But Rev 2 having drive issues still. Snippers Mcgee determined that he's going to still in this fight.
2,
oh.
1. Thwackenstein's out.
So Thwackenstein is definitely out now.
The waggling
So
self-rider
the waggling
and
stick
Snippers
is still
Mcgee
going.
Still going. And nice to see the wheels still on Rev 2 as well.
Yep. The disc, however, is stopped. I wonder if that's because it's lost the belt or if he's just stopped it to see while the count was going down.
Snippers Mcgee for me. Drive problems. The little tickling, waggling self-rider of Snippers Mcgee is moving, but the actual drive is suffering now as Rev 2 smashes into the arena's side wall.
The drive on both these robots is taking quite a
and
pounding.
here comes the count on Snippers Mcgee.
Not looking good. Rev only just moving above it.
They're not moving through their own turning circle, and that's them out. Rev 2 back into the competition.
That didn't really go to plan, did it?
No, I thought I'd stop that happening from the last time, but...
Did the wheel just fall off? Because I didn't... yeah, that's definitely not supposed to happen.
No, it used to happen a lot in the last event.
That's a crying shame. But we got you back for the Rumble, right? You're gonna super glue the wheels on, make sure they stay on permanently.
Loctite, not super glue.
All right, no, excellent. Right, give it up for Dr. Thwackenstein. Snippers Mcgee, your robot can't half-take some punishment. That was impressive endurance there.
I think it will take some more once I've beaten it back into shape.
This sounds really harsh, but did you ever feel like you had a chance once they'd got spun up?
I think once the prong had bent, I think that was it. I think.
Are you confident for the Rumble though? Have you seen anyone that you're afraid of?
No.
Excellent. Well, that's that then. Right, give it up for Snippers Mcgee. Get up to speed, hit him a couple of times. Plan executed to perfection, really.
Yeah, bish bash bosh.
You seem to be having trouble moving at the end, though.
Yeah, the spinner stopped because it's obviously after taking a few hits, it's jammed up a little bit. The drive was, I'm not sure what's wrong with the drive, it was grounding out a little bit.
So you're up against Flick in the semi-finals. You're going to be fighting fit for that?
Robert should be working for that. I'll have to sort out the little problems it had, but that should be a really good fight.
It should. Right, excellent. We'll see you in the semi-finals. Rev 2!
An age-old problem has happened with the grub screw. So wheel kept falling off.
I did too.
So all I need to do is take that out, tighten the grub screw up, and then we're fine.
I just want to see things break.
Yeah.
I just want to see carnage.
Mostly that's been yours, though.
Yeah, it's been brilliant. It's
been
not
fun.
that broken.
Next fight's against a drum, so I've got a bar instead of a disc, so it should be harder for him to catch that. And then it's just bit of general maintenance.
I'm here with WeeWoo, which just beat Dr. Thwackenstein. How did you feel about that fight?
Yeah, very good actually, because these robots have not been tested in battle yet, so we were quite nervous getting in there because it's quite hard to test the robots as well, because we need a metal floor for our magnets as well.
They're really fast.
Yeah, exactly, which is a good thing, but also a bad thing, because it becomes a little bit wayward and uncontrollable if you are not paying attention. So that was quite struggling, and it started to eat its own wires at some point.
So you're up against maximum Ogredrive and overhead saw. How are you feeling about that?
Well, it's going to be interesting, entertaining. Hopefully lots of sparks. We added some extra armor. We had to weigh them again to make sure that they were not over the weight limit, but we are fine. We're just under. So he's Maximum Overdrive is in the next room already afraid because he knows that he's not going to go through our top armor. But we are just afraid that he's going to get our drive belt right here. So we'll see how it goes.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm here with Maximum Ogredrive. You've got WeeWoo next. How are you feeling about going up against our very quick clusterbot?
It's going to be a really tough fight. I'm not really sure how I'm going to fight them. Probably just focus on one and just go straight for it and see what happens, I guess.
Hopefully there's going to be lots of sparks because they've got some nice strong top armor for you.
They have. They've put extra on for me. So they've doubled it up. So yeah, it's all titanium. It'll make some nice sparks.
Maybe that shows they're a little bit worried about you. So maybe you should be feeling a bit more confident.
I'm never confident. You've known me a while. No, depends who's lower. They're very fast. I'm very fast. So.
Well, you did very well against Rev 2. Its wheels came off, so that went well for you.
It did. I wasn't trying to get him off. I was just trying to cut him, but he just slammed him into the wall nice and hard, and they fell off.
Well, good luck, Sam. The robots are ready. Let's get them to the arena.
Roboteers, get ready. Three, 2, 1, begin.
In come the clusterbots for a side-on attack, missing Maximum Ogredrive. This will be interesting to see how Maximum Ogredrive will take on this clusterbot pair, because if it grabs one and uses its tactic of ramming it against the sidewall like that, the other one can come in for an attack.
Now there's Maximum Ogredrive bringing the saw in. Maximum Ogredrive is the pea green robot there, ramming the blue one, I think that's Woo, into the wall.
Definitely lots of wheeze and woos coming from the audience after those sparks were sent flying. But look at this, they're so quick and nippy. It's hard for Maximum Ogredrive to pin one down.
At the same time...
Oh, here we go! They got food!
One got out!
Oh, talk about hitting the jackpot.
Something I never thought I'd say on a live broadcast, but we escaped.
A little wee escaped me as well, I'll not lie to you, but look at this!
That's the pit.
Yep, there it is. Down goes the pit. And with how quick and nippy those little clusterbots are, they'll have to be so careful when it comes to control. Otherwise, they may end up driving down it accidentally. But look at this. They've got Maximum Ogredrive up and over there just for a second.
Maximum Ogredrive will be looking to bring that saw down on the drivetrain of one of them, hopefully immobilizing it.
But
and then he can focus on the other one, but they're so nippy.
They are so quick. They can just dodge and dip away.
It's like a man fighting two wasps at once.
What, embarrassing?
Hectic, I would describe that as. WeeWoo trying to coordinate now to try and get into a position where one...
We
defy gravity!
Maximum Overdrive looking stunned and confused and rammed into the sidewall.
The problem is WeeWoo can't really damage Maximum... Oh no! Self-righting
Lucky
nicely.
escape there. One of those little clusterbots could have easily come in with its strong pushing power and knocked it down the pit. Instead, they're ramming it into the sidewall.
As I was saying, WeeWoo can't really damage Maximum Overdrive. They haven't got a weapon as such. They're designed to work together to push people out of the pit. Problem is, Sam Price is such a good driver. He's keeping the fight where he wants it to be. But he's got them both!
Oh, and now sparks beginning to fly from the red clusterbot.
So Wee is throwing sparks everywhere. Maximum Ogredrive trying to focus on one robot at a time, but they keep switching who's in front of them. making it very difficult for him to target one particular robot.
Look at this. It's like a demolition derby out there.
Fantastic robot driving from both teams. If this doesn't go to the judges, I'll be severely impressed.
This has been easily one of the most fun fights so far, and it's got some nail-biting moments in it. Every single time they go toward that pit, I'm on tender hooks.
I am clenched right now. I'm not going to lie. Watching this fight, this is just and it's down to the 10-second timer.
Oh dear, it's absolutely wild. What a great fight this has been for both of these machines.
This is going to go to the judges, and I don't envy them in the slightest.
And deactivate robots.
That could be a big game changer.
Why do you do this to me, WeeWoo?
All right, so Maximum Ogredrive. I mean, you tried chasing him down. You only ever picked on the blue one. That's not very fair, is it?
It's not fair.
It's the one that I sort of went for first, and then I kind of got him against the wall and got some sparks. I was like, well, I'll concentrate on that one. But they're so fast.
They are. Like, you had a couple of close shaves getting near the pit. Well, how do you fight something like that?
It's really difficult. I'm very fast, but they're also very fast, and they're quite small. They get out of the way. If you pin them, the other one comes and pushes you off. It was just a fight of just driving and trying to just outdrive each other.
Well, we'll see what the judges think. But first, we're going to talk to WeeWoo. Come on in here. So, like, I loved the way you guys teamed up against him. That was really quite something. So, are you happy with the way it went?
Yeah, I mean, we're supposed to fight him, so that's what we did.
Yeah, you didn't fight each other. I mean, I like the way you were all getting each other out of trouble when you got him pinned up against the wall. Why did you go for a little long jump attempt over the pit?
Well, actually, I was looking at the other two bots at the time.
Is that a problem you guys have, that you sometimes lose sight of which robot you're actually supposed to be controlling?
We made one red and the other one blue, so...
And you still can't remember?
No, exactly, yeah. Yeah, exactly, so, yeah.
But no, like, really excellent fight, guys. Like, really well driven from all three of you. All right, so, after that absolutely bonkers fight, the judges have made a decision. It is unanimous. They've been judging on control, damage, and aggression. And the winner, going through to the heat final, is... Can we have a drum roll, please? Come on. Maximum Ogredrive!
You deserve that. You deserve that.
You seem quite shocked.
Yeah, it was so even. I thought they had it just purely on sort of every time I got them, they pushed me off, but...
Well, you know, you put in a great fight, so I'm sure you've got the crowd on side. Everybody give it up for Maximum Ogredrive! You wanted to prove that cluster bots are good. I think you've done that, right?
I think we wanted to prove...
Yeah, do we think that? Do we think that? Yeah! You can go out on a high here.
Yeah, we simply wanted to make things entertaining, really.
Well, I was certainly entertained. You lot were entertained, weren't you? Give it up for WeeWoo!
When I say we, you say who? We!
So, unanimous decision in the end, but that was a great fight, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a great fight, especially because it was so fast. They were all over the place, and good driving, and the tag team really worked. The red one, I saw the red one helping the blue one out several times. Precision hit, I loved it.
For me, the damage called it, and there were points where Maximum Overdrive actually had both of them caught up on the front, and he was coming down with that saw, which was effectively cutting through the sides. So I think had the fight gone on for longer, they might have actually stopped one of them had it not driven in the pit.
We had a full 3 minutes of absolutely exhaustive viewing. You know, everybody was on the edge of the seats. I know we all were. Just really in awe of the speed of that competition, and the skill of all the three drivers was really right up there. But Maximum Overdrive just edged it with the damage.
We just couldn't get a hold of him. He was quite slippery in the end, and he got a couple of nibbles in. You can see it here in the back. He was aiming for me. He was just aiming to go for me and leave him alone.
Oh yeah, I got a few scratches on the wedges all, but barely tiny.
Just about one, but I wouldn't have minded losing that fight. It was probably my best fight ever in 4 years.
I'm here with Flick, who's just defeated Snippers Mcgee. How do you feel about that win?
I feel very happy about that win. I'd feel very happy about any win, but that one was good. It was my first fight, and it's my first beetle weight, so I'm glad it works, and I'm glad I won a fight.
So next, you're up against Rev 2. Yes. What are these? Are these for your next fight?
Maybe. So these, I did actually build a undercutter defense, so they're kind of flanged to kind of catch the blade. They're a little bit brittle, so I'm worried that the judges might think that I've got a lot of damage, but the idea is that they do break, and they kind of break away from the robot. So they would replace these black bits here. So I think I might fit these, because he's a big undercutter.
Good luck. I'm here with Rev 2, who is going up against Flick. You've just come up for the redemption. You KO'd both your opponents. How do you feel about that?
I'm really happy about that. That went really well. It went much better than I expected it to.
Have you had any repairs that you've had to do?
A little bit, but it's kind of you get certain damage that just is kind of inevitable. So it's little bits and pieces, but nowhere near as much as I thought I would.
Flick is a nasty drum spinner. What's your tactic for this fight?
Depending on what he does, he's got some anti-undercutter armour, but if he puts that on, I think I've got the advantage of visible damage, and if he doesn't, his wheels are exposed. So as long as I can either beach him or immobilise him some way, and this keeps spinning, then it shouldn't be too bad. I'm hoping not to take too much damage, at least, from it.
Well, good luck. The robots are ready. Let's get them in the arena.
Roboteers, get ready. 3, 2, 1, begin.
Flick with those updated side panels. Will it pay off?
Or will it struggle to move? It looks a lot slower than it did.
Oh! Shattered to pieces!
It's detonated it, taking the drum and everything with it.
Still driving.
It's still driving. As Tom has said, it's still driving. But
so much for those side panels.
Yeah, they're sacrificial side panels, all right. They've taken the whole thing with it.
I didn't realise the drum was sacrificial as well.
The whole
Rev
robot's
2.
sacrificial at this rate.
Hit.
The undercutter.
Rev 2 coming out of nowhere, absolutely trashing it. You'll notice Rev 2 had changed their weapon from the disc to the bar just to get a better contact on this. And my word, has it worked. If you look at the front there, that's Flick's battery hanging out the front of there. As far as I'm concerned, that's a dangerous situation. The referee
Surely
needs
the
to
fight
call it.
has to be stopped now.
For the sake of safety, because if the battery's hit, it could cause major problems and a fire risk.
I think we're going to have to call it. It's going to go up in flames, right? Do you want to call it?
You want to call it?
Yeah.
Stop moving.
Stop and deactivate robots.
Rightfully so. The right decision made there.
You can just about hold all of the bits of your robot in your hands. So we just want to clarify for the viewers, you've stopped that fight prematurely for safety reasons. Like
so the lipo was hanging out the front, and
so that's the battery was hanging out.
Yeah, so he would have caught it, and then it would go up in flames, and your audience would have been sad because they would have breathed in lipo flames. So
that's not ideal.
Reasons, but to be fair, I think I was pretty much done anyway.
Yeah, the judges agree with that. But you know, you were still going after most of your robot fell off.
Yeah, so the weapon's actually modular, so all that happened was the weapon fell off, and the drive was actually fine.
So the armor has done its job. You put those skirts on. They were meant to be.
The armor did not do its job, mate.
You said that the armor was expendable. It just was more expendable than you said it was.
To be fair, the armor's in one piece. It's the robot that isn't. So.
Oh well, hard luck, and well, hopefully you can stick it back together with something.
Yeah, maybe.
Right, everybody, give it up for Flick. So that couldn't have gone much better, really, could it?
No. Cheers.
You've got a trophy. You got a trophy there.
Yeah, it's the first one I got. Yeah, it went really well. Bit surprised it did that much, to be honest.
Really? Because that looks a mean weapon.
You should never underestimate your opponent. I mean, a really nice spinner on it. This armor, especially just to fight undercuts and stuff. So I wasn't 100% going in, but yeah, it went really well.
Excellent. So, heat final. Yeah. How are you feeling?
Even more nervous than I was before, which I don't think is possible.
There's pressure now because you're a finalist. You don't want to mess this up.
Yeah, it feels good. It's nice.
Good. That's what we like to hear. Everybody, Rev 2.
So what happened was his blade contacted with mine, and literally it just took the front off, so all the energy went through that line there.
That's one of the biggest things with drums, they punch themselves in the face.
No, it was him punching me in the face. And,
I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
We're ready for the Heat final, which is Maximum Ogredrive versus Rev 2. Sam, you just had a spectacular fight against WeeWoo. What a close judge's decision as well. How are you feeling after that fight?
It was probably the best fight I've had in 4 years of doing this. Really close, went the distance. I think I just about got it on damage. So yeah, it was really good, really enjoyable.
It was so fast. In the audience, we just didn't know where to look. So you must be so pleased with that fight.
Yeah, really. Yeah, it could have gone either way. I would have, happily lost it to those guys. They're really fast, really, really controlled. Probably the best sort of cluster teaming I've seen in a while. So
you're up against Rev 2 again. Confident or no?
I think he's worked on it, so it's spinning up a little bit faster, but just keep it spinning low and hopefully.
Good luck, Sam. And now I'm here with Rev 2, who beat up Flick quite spectacularly. Were you expecting to do that much damage?
Not that much. He put special armor on to deflect all the hits, but I still managed to get a really good contact on the weapon, so yeah.
Yeah, you must be quite proud of that. He put anti-rev armor on it, and then you sort of destroyed the anti-rev armor.
Yeah, I just I got like probably the perfect hit, and it just all came off. Yeah.
So you're up against Maximum Ogredrive, which you've already fought. You confident of this one, or a bit nervous?
I'm a bit nervous. I'm more confident than the first time I fought him because I've got it a little bit more dialed in because that was the first fight. I've got, I've done 1 or 2 little bits, including like wheel guards and tightening the belt and stuff. So still not 100%, but I'm way more confident I was in the first time.
Well, good luck, Felix. The robots are ready. Let's get them to the arena.
Roboteers, get ready. Three, 2, 1, begin.
So in comes Maximum Ogredrive.
Rev 2 getting its disc up to speed, hoping to take the wheels out of Ogredrive.
Massive slam there again, sending Maximum Ogredrive careening into the sidewall, and once more, sending it for a full 360.
Ogredrive,
there goes a wheel! A wheel's come off!
10.
Maximum Ogredrive, now the countdown begins.
6.
Can they
Ogredrive
move?
work its way out, or has more gone than we can see?
2,
oh, what a fantastic victory, Rev 2.
Rev 2 coming from a loss to Ogredrive in the very first match of this heat.
And there's the wheel, the trophy.
Right. Well, you've had a target on your back the whole time. Are you a bit gutted to not make it to the grand final?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, he span up so quickly. As soon as I got next to him, he just sort of threw me away, and then he was up to speed.
He took your wheel off in the process, and that was basically it, wasn't it? Because you were going to try and outdrive him, but not really going to do that with one wheel, are you?
Nah, I think he hit the wedge. I spun round. He's caught the wheel as I've spun round. Happens.
Yeah, and he's really improved the robot from the first time you fought. So do you think he can maybe make it all the way?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, it's a really good weapon. So yeah, you can.
So you're not out yet. So you've got to reverse his story now. You've got to do it yourself. You've got to come through that 5-way and clinch a place back in the grand final. Can you do it?
Hopefully.
Get your wheel stuck back on, and then anything can happen. All right, give it up for Maximum Ogredrive! Is revenge sweet?
Yeah.
You've, that weapon, it's just got better and better as the heat's gone on. I think there's people in the final going to be scared of you now.
Yeah, it was quite nice to fight Sam, first of all, because I learned about all the bits and pieces that I need to tinker with, and I was really nervous coming into this because he could have ended me in one hit. It could have just gone through something important, and that could have been me out fully, not even like the next fight.
Well, you've come through the losers melee. You've won your semi-final. You're now into the grand final. I'm sure there's a lot of people rooting for you going forward. Give it up for Rev 2! Well, that's another heat done. Lots of chaos, lots of mayhem, and we've still got more to go. Are you ready for it, judges?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yes.
Certainly we are.
Good. We'll see you next time on Bugglebots! Come on! Come on!
My
robot is Apex BW. What am I going to do to people? I'm going to rip them apart.
This robot is designed to destroy spinners, so the strategy is going to be drive at it.
Our robot is claws 2. We're going to grab the opposition and stick our claws in them.
The plan is just to smash the living hell out of them, take off wheels, take off the sides. It's not going to happen, but we can dream.
It's meant to show that spring flippers can work. I'm going to be relying a lot on very good driving.
Melty brains are quite slow to translate, so it is a case of pointing in the general direction and hope.
Oh, this is going to be close. Oh!